Right then, so in collaboration with Ubisoft, MSI came out with this Crosshair 15 Rainbow Six Extraction Edition gaming laptop with this unique Rainbow Six color theme. And because this is the Rainbow Six Edition, you get a mouse and mouse pad in the box with this laptop. Okay, so what's it packing? Well, there's an Intel 12 Gen 12700H, an RTX 3070, 16 gigs of RAM, a 1TB SSD, and a 15.6-inch 165Hz 1440p display. Now, the design shape's pretty similar to a lot of other MSI gaming laptops, so we're not really seeing anything innovative here. We've got an aluminum lid that shows fingerprints hard, like it's bragging about them or something, and then there's some sci-fi style lines and stuff going on along with this Rainbow Six Extraction badge. The rest of the chassis is plastic though, which is actually pretty common on laptops that don't cost over $3,000, so fair play. Now, what isn't common is what you're looking at when you open the lid. So we've got this bright yellow to green gradient paint job going on with a big old Rainbow Six Extraction sticker on the right of the deck. Would this be my first choice for a custom color theme on a gaming laptop? Not by a country mile. But I still think it looks cool, and that's okay. The touchpad has some more Rainbow Six theming going on. The button clicks are nice and solid, tracking works fine, and it's got a nice finger glide. The keyboard's backlit with 3 colors to match the rest of the theme, but they can't be changed, so you get what you get. And then of course, the theme continues into the WASD keys. It's not the worst keyboard to type on with 1.7 mils of key travel, but on my review sample, the keys are a bit loud, and the deck does visibly flex while typing, which also makes the display wobble like a bobblehead. Speaking of the display, for a higher end mid-range laptop, it's actually pretty damn nice. So like I mentioned earlier, it's a 1440p display, which is a nice change from the standard 1080p displays we see in everything. The brightness maxes out at around 320 nits, which is fairly industry standard, but bright enough. It's got great color gamut coverage and has a 165Hz refresh rate, so you're totally covered there for gaming. Obviously, it's a gaming laptop. So how about those ports? Well, on the right side, we've got an audio combo jack, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A, and a standard nothing special Type C port, an HDMI out, and a gigabit network port. On the left, we've got the power port, another USB 3.2 Gen 1, an old school USB 2.0 port, and that's it. So nothing special, man, just the basics. The stereo speakers are on the bottom like usual, and they're tiny, so unfortunately they're incredibly average sounding with more of a focus on the mids. We do get the Nemic audio app like all MSI laptops, but playing around with the bass and treble just didn't help much. There's only so much you can do when your speakers are only a smidge bigger than a Tic Tac, right? All right, taking a peek at what kind of performance-related settings MSI gives us in the MSI Control Center app, we've got super battery, silent, balanced, and extreme performance, which allows you to give a small overclock to the GPU and adjust fan settings to both the CPU and GPU. Okay, so what do we get to upgrade? Well, we've got 2 M.2 slots, one's populated and one's empty, 2 populated RAM slots, the Intel AX20 wireless card, although I'd probably leave that alone because it's a nice one and supports Wi-Fi 6, and then you could always repaste the CPU and GPU by removing the fans and heatsinks if you're feeling adventurous. We've got a generous sized 90 watt-hour battery, but I could only get between 4 to 5 hours with mixed usage on the ballast performance mode, so at 90 watt-hours, I was expecting at least another hour or 2. Anyways, putting all that hardware to work with Windows Best Performance mode selected and the Extreme Performance mode selected with the MSI app, stress testing with 8-64, we get thermal throttled pretty quickly with an all-core average of only 2.3 gigahertz at 88 degrees Celsius, and that's with MSI's Cooler Boost fan mode running. And yes, the fans are loud, as to be expected. And finally, gaming. With all the performance and thermal bells and whistles enabled and maxed out, at 1440p, it's not great with action-style games. Frames just tank, so 1080p is the way to go here when gaming on this laptop. And it performs great at that resolution, running more resource-demanding titles at around 90 FPS with high or ultra graphic settings. So, at around 2,300 Canadian or about $1,800 US, I think it's priced a bit high, but all things considered, it's a decent gaming laptop, right? Like, the display is pretty nice, it's got a good CPU and GPU, but cooling could be better, the speakers probably need an upgrade, and I think the battery life could be improved a little. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Cheers.